As a little village girl who never really traveled out of her hometown, didn't know what the traveling rules were, especially with airlines and international travel. You can only imagine what the disaster was when I got to the airport and realized that, oh, this is not allowed here. Oh, I won't be allowed to travel with this on board and all that. Welcome guys to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to tell you guys a little story of what happened to me when I traveled abroad for the first time. But before we go on with the video, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Like this video and share with your friends so that we can grow this community, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, let's get right into it. I was 17 when I left the country for the first time. I was traveling for school, and I already had a friend that was schooling where I was going to, so I was like in constant communication with her prior to me leaving the country, and like taking down notes of things that I need to get. So because she's like, oh, you don't have this there, you might need to get this and that so that you don't get stranded, at least for the first few months that you're going to be within the country before you get accustomed to the things that they have here and all that. So of course I like to feel like I'm prepared and shit. So I've taken down notes of things that I needed to get, and during the process of like getting my visa and all that, I had met a few people who had like left the country already. So like I also like asked questions and all that. So I like had few ideas of what to expect when I get to the airport, but having an idea of what to expect doesn't really prepare you for what you're going to see when you get there, you understand? So I told my dad, oh, I'm going to need to get this, I'm going to need to get that. And then my travel agent had told me that I was entitled to about 46 kg of luggage. And so I told my dad was like, no, I shouldn't worry, I should take everything that I need. I'm like, but I might have to pay for extra luggage when we get to the airport. It was like, I shouldn't bother about that. I should make sure I take everything that I'm going to need. Everything they've told me I should get, I should carry it. Because he doesn't want a situation whereby I get to school and then I start calling and crying that, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. And then they'll start panicking and looking for ways to send things to me, especially food and all that. And you know how expensive DHL is. They might not permit them to send stuff to me and all that. A girl went to town with that conversation, in people. See, I took a sack of Gary this large. I'm just exaggerating, but it was about 15 or 20 kilograms of Gary. I had like 4 liters of palm oil. I had taken like I've taken a few tubers of yam. I had taken some sweet potatoes. I had taken things like Maggi. I had taken like some local spices. See, I really went to town. And then to make matters worse, I didn't even stop at food. If it were just food, I don't think that my luggage would have been that bad. Okay, I also packed clothes that I didn't need, because my friend had said that I should get some clothes so that I would not have to immediately when I get to the country I will start looking for where to buy stuff and all that. So I went to town with that too. I'd given out like a good percentage of my wardrobe, but the stuff I traveled with was still much. I had things like handbags. Why on earth was I traveling with handbags? I don't know. Handbags that I ended up not even using most of. I carried shoes. What for? Shoes that I never wore until summertime. Oh Lord. Then when we got to the airport, that wasn't even the issue. Okay, see, when I got to the airport, I had so many issues. So the thing is, my visa came really, really late, like the day before my proposed travel date. So everything was really scattered. They had to like transport my luggage from my hometown to Abuja, where I was running around for the visa stuff. So I didn't even have time to like go over the luggage to see what my siblings packed, the extra stuff my siblings had packed for me, because I had gone home prior and arranged a few stuff, and I was like, okay, if I don't get to come back, then they may have to like add this and this. So they had done that. Some of those luggages were sent to Lagos before I traveled, because the airline I was using didn't fly from Abuja, so I had to fly from Lagos. So some of the luggages had been sent to Lagos already before I arrived. So the rest of it was now sent to me to Abuja, and then I flew from Abuja to Lagos and met the rest of the luggage there. So when I got to Lagos the evening that I was supposed to travel, I had so many issues when I got to the airport, with issues with my tickets and then issues with the luggage. So I gave them my ticket, and then they were like, my ticket was not confirmed. I wouldn't be able to travel. All the anger and frustration from getting the visa and all that, I unleashed it at everybody that was at the ticket counter. I didn't want to hear nonsense. I'm like, see, oh Lord. I started calling my travel agent. I gave him a piece of it too. Everybody shall collect that evening. So here and there, I just kept stressing them. I like, they can't tell me this nonsense. I must travel today like this. So I stressed the life out of them. So someone else took me inside. We went and spoke. We went and did one or two things. Called my agent. My agent rectified whatever nonsense it is that he did or didn't do. I didn't want to know. I sure knew that I am traveling this night. I'm not going back home. So everything with the ticket got rectified after about an hour or two. That's the good thing. I had gotten to the airport early enough. I think I got to the airport around 7:30 or 8, and my flight was supposed to leave by 12:31 in the morning. So before 9:30, everything about my ticket was sorted out already. Then because of that, they didn't really like check me much anymore. Then we got to my luggage. They said I should weigh my luggage and all that. They realized that I was about 20 or 40 kilograms extra what I was supposed to have. Then I didn't know that I was supposed to separate them into I was supposed to put them into two separate bags. I put everything in one large box, and just the food that was in like a Ghana. Did I even travel with any Ghana must go? I don't even remember. I think I had one Ghana must go, and then I had my huge box that had a good percentage of the clothes. Yes, I remember other things that I carried. I carried like a shitload of toiletries, a shit. See, God, what you don't know, you don't know. Body creams. I think I took like maybe 3 or 4 like 1 liter of lotion, of bath gel, of soap. Oh God. But it's alright. Now we are well informed. So they are like, I have to take out stuff and this and that. So I started taking out things, clothes, shoes, bags, and all that. I started taking it out. Funniest thing, I was taking things out. I was taking clothes, bags, and shoes. My food, nobody was touching that part, because no, we can't come and play. Don't play with me like this. No. Don't play with me like that. We can afford to go naked. I can't afford to be hungry. Thank you very much. So I taken out some food, some clothes. I taken out some clothes, some shoes, some bags, and all that. I was still like, it wasn't moving the weight at all. So I now started, and my mom was like, I should take out some of the food now. I took out like maybe 2 tubers of yam, a few potatoes, and all that. So despite everything I had taken out, they were still like, I would need to pay $1,000 for my extra luggage. I shall finish fighting with the guy that was telling me to pay extra luggage first. The guy was, they did, and now later reduced. Initially he said I think about 1.5, and then now reduced it to 1,000. JJC. God. Then it's just because I had never traveled out of the country. That's why that happened. So I went and told my dad that they said they are insisting that I pay $1,000 for my extra luggage and all that. The guy started parrying for me. Why will I carry so much luggage and all that? Him too, he collect that evening, we had it that evening. My mom now said I should keep quiet. She shouldn't be talking to my dad like that. See, I was so mad that evening that everybody was going to collect. Don't stress me further than I am stressed. My mom now came in, was like, dragged me away from where I was arguing with my dad up and down, because when he now told me that didn't why did I take so much luggage? I was not like, wasn't you the one that told me that I should take everything I'm going to need? Now that I've taken everything and they're asking me for extra luggage, money for extra luggage, why isn't that shouting at me? My mom came to come and drag me away from there that I should stop talking anyhow. At that point, I'm not sure. I see, my head was in a different space. So everything got sorted out. I think I ended up paying about $900 or thereabout for extra luggage. Was it 900? 950, 1000 thereabout for extra luggage. That really like shortchanged me so much because it took a lot from the extra cash that I had on me. So finished that, got checked in, and all my luggage got checked in. So I now went in, all the extra custom checks and all that. Nobody checked me again because everybody had collected a share of my madness at the ticket desk. Nobody checked me again further. I got in, and then to think that that was even the last of my issues. That was just the beginning.